Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We are very excited to have you guys here today for a fantastic match in DRL. It is going to be Iron versus Helios. This is one that I am so excited for, and I'm happy to be joined here by Mr. Sci-Fi Code as well. I know he's here. He went black for a second. There we go. But welcome in, everyone. Chat, it's great to see you all. We will also be joined here by Typin or Tippin. Typin, though. It's Typin. Tippin. And he will be joining us here as well. He's just going to be a little late as he is getting off of work, but he will be joining us here as well. So we will have some French representation in one of Sai and I are both friends with Iron, but we are very, very close with Helios. So I felt like it was only fair to have rather than having unbiased commentators. Let's have biased an equal amount of bias from our commentators, right? Let's have bias from both sides, right?
That's justice. It's the scales. Yeah. They must be evened out.
Exactly. But what a match this is going to be. Obviously, Iron, the number 2 seed, and Helios, the number 10 seed, but I think that seed does not give him justice. For those of you who are not as completely tapped into the, especially the grassroots scene or the, not big streamer leagues, Helios is one of the most accomplished competitive players of all time. He's been competing for 4 years. He's won more events than you can count, a consistent high performer, someone who you always want to, a scalp that you must have on your mantle if you want to be considered the greatest competitive player of all time, right?
Absolutely.
And Iron also, what a hell of a player he is. Made a deep run in DRL 1, making it to the semifinals, beating Lil Aggie and Gustav. Obviously the number 2 seed here in the qualifiers, number 3 seed in Randocalypse. It was his rookie season, and the record might not show it. Did very well in the Elden Squares Bingo Season 3, along with Typin, which was, one of the most competitive leagues ever. Like they had to, it was, and they did quite well. Also, Iron and Typin have the most impressive individual performance I've ever seen in Bingo, right? So they are,
against
hell of
Thomas
players. Yeah, against Thomas and Yebe. Hell of a player, Iron.
There's something funny about this match. So Shura and I were a team in Elden Squares Season 3 Veilbreak. We went 7-2 in the regular season. 2 teams beat us. Lazy Helios and Elemis beat us one time, and ironyeu and Typin beat us the other time. So both of the people who beat me in Bingo are going to be facing off against each other this time today.
Yeah, and
I besmirched my record, and now they will fight it out to see who is better.
And I will say my biggest hope going into this one is no deaths, right? I think that these are 2 players who like to push the envelope and can play risky. I mean, that's why Helios was 10th in the qualifiers, right? He was one of the players to win a seed, right, in the qualifiers, but unfortunately consistency was his downfall there. But I mean, 10 seed is still very good in this type of a competition, right? But I mean, honest,
and to be fair for the qualifiers, since you're dropping several of them, I think he pushed a little bit more aggressively than I think we would see him play today. Like when he played me, right, 80-0 in the last match, which sent him to this game, right? So I expect to see safe Deathless, but also really fast and just impressive gameplay from both players today. But I think Helios he's going to have a different approach than he did for the qualifiers because there's more on the line.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just very excited to see this one, and to build up the story even more, right? Helios, the sun, the god of the sun, versus the raw material that is iron, right? The sun, heat, that type of temperature is the only thing that can forge iron and mold it into whatever he wants, right? So you would say advantage Helios, advantage sun, right? But the largest stars in the galaxy, their final phase is when they nuclear fuse iron, So iron is the material. No star can make a material that is an element that is any larger than iron. So iron is the material that can kill suns. So who will it be? Who will get the win here today? Will it be the sun itself, the heat that can mold iron into whatever it wants, or will it be the only thing that can kill a star? It will find out here today, and it's going to be one hell of a match. Yes, Mr.
It's actually
James?
perfect.
But yeah, chat, make sure to get your gambas in here. Iron is still continuing, just do a little bit of warm up here. Helios will be starting. Helios is on his, immaculately made starting soon screen. And we will be ready to go here, chat. I expect some big gambas on this one. That is our culture, right? Put in your corn, pick a horse in this race.
Bet on your favorite player or the player you think he is going to win.
Yeah, and I will say, I think this matchup is very even. I think it's very, very even. I think it's 50-50. But I do believe that whoever wins this matchup will be the favorite. Indeed. That is my opinion.
Going to the grand finals.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like, statistically, they're the favorite, right? Just odds-wise, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we're
I
still
feel like
in
these
it.
two are the last.
We can make the God run, but we're both numbers guys, right? And we can look at the numbers and say, objectively speaking, they have they're the favorite, right? Here, give me 1 second. James is being a menace. Here, little boy.
No problem. Cat problems. James trying to break into a room back there. Who knows what's in there? Treats, hidden treats back there. Does Who's hide the treats from James? Is he malnourishing his cat? Maybe these are the signs. James is showing us the signs. So it is currently 1:36 p.m. Pacific time. The match officially begins at 1:45 p.m. Pacific time. So 14 minutes from now, players are supposed to download and load into the seed 10 minutes prior to the game. Iron is literally grinding out practice to the last minute. He's just doing his setup route right now. He has 4 more minutes left to do this practice, and he is just not stopping.
Well, I can load into the seed now, and I can show you guys what some of these starting classes are here. We can go over some of those. I will say, if I see a Death's Poker, advantage Iron.
Yeah. What if we see, 2 Omen Killer Cleavers on Warrior? Great Omen Killer Cleaver.
I mean, I think every weapon-wise, they're very... I would say if it's a single Colossal, advantage Helios. If it's Death's Poker, advantage Iron. Everything else, I think, is pretty even.
Who do you think is better with Starfists or Iron Balls?
Probably Iron.
Interesting.
Also, some interesting options here. I will go ahead and read off the starting classes to you. Vagabond has Cranial Vessel Candle Stand. So it is a great hammer. Not the best one, but a great hammer. Warrior, that is the Power Stance class, has 2 Pescalaves, so not really a pick. Velvet Sword of St. Trina on Hero, so while it is the best stat spread, unlikely it will be picked. Bandit has Ripple Blade, so no.
Wild Strikes.
Astrologer has Rakshasas. So while it is one of the worst stat spreads, Rakshasas is a incredible weapon. On Prophet, single Scimitar, that will not be picked. Samurai has the Gazing or Glazing Finger. So to me, that is the pick, but I would not be surprised to see Iron go with Rakshasas, Iron in particular. Prisoner has Fire Spark Perfume Bottle. Confessor has Shotel, and then Golden Order Greatsword is on the Wretch. So to me, I think it's either Samurai with the Gazing Finger or the Glazing Finger, or Astrologer with Rakshasas, especially because there is Warrior Jar Shard as your keepsake, right?
That's crazy, actually.
So Warrior Jar Shard, getting that on the Weed Cutter Ash is very strong. I mean, I think if it was on a better class, I would probably pick that. Just Astrologer's stat spread is so terrible, right? That it is not ideal, but
hey, the Gazing Finger has an interesting Ash of War too.
It does, yes.
It's less useful. It's situationally useful, right? But it can be very good. I wouldn't mind taking Warrior, Jar Shard, Gazing Finger. I think Gazing Finger all around is just a better weapon. It's a colossal. Crouch Poke Bullying will serve nearly the same purpose as Weed Cutter, like on NPCs and just on everything else. It's a strike damage weapon, has an insane AR. The charge attack is the awesome vertical slam down. Like it's just an insane weapon, awesome move set.
And there are some other
keepsakes
too. I don't know if they'll pick them, but there is also, I doubt they would pick them, but there are some other keepsakes that I always do like to have. Blessing America is great because that can save your life, right? And they're arguably, hopefully you never need it, but if you do, there is nothing more valuable, right? And then a larval tier as well, which can be nice if you ever need to respec, right? Always good, in my opinion, to have. Normally you can try to find one, but it is always good to have a larval tier in the case that, let's say on qualifier seed 7, you were to accidentally level dex instead of strength. If you would have picked the larval tier keepsake, that wouldn't have been a problem. But instead, some people, cough Hoosier, that fucking idiot, leveled the wrong stat and didn't have a larval tier, right?
Classic Hoob.
So it is 7, always nice to have
the axes.
We will see what the players go with. The other thing that is fantastic about the finger, by the way, is that it is, don't get me wrong, it's still a heavy weapon, but compared to other colossals, it is one of the lightest. So that makes power stance in colossals much easier, right? The biggest problem with power stance in colossals is the equip load. Finger is relatively light, so it makes it significantly easier.
Okay, one thing I think that could be disastrous for one or either of the players is if Iron's hovering over Vagabond, and he might be thinking, if I take this Great Hammer, I might find a second Great Hammer.
Yeah.
I might find Claw Talisman. I might have Raptor's Talons in my care package, right?
I mean, the odds, though, are, if you're looking for power stance, your odds are with the Colossal, actually. Because there are more Colossal Hammers or Colossal Axes, like just Colossal weapons in general to power stance with,
just
right?
Numbers-wise?
Yeah, numbers-wise, the odds are with you, especially because with Colossal Hammers, Pickaxe, one of the best Colossal Hammers. Power stance is with Axes. Or sorry, no, not Colossal Hammers, regular Great Hammers. Pickaxe is one of the best Great Hammers in the game, but it power stances with Great Axes, not Great Hammers. So, right. I do believe the odds are on the side of the Colossal, but of course it's rando, right? And right. What can be what can be.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is not odds wise, just if the worst choice ended up being better because of an unlikely discovery, right? Like I've loaded into seeds and found Black Steel Great Hammer at the very first merchant in Liurnia, and if that's the case here, and you don't take the Great Hammer, it's going to be hard to keep up the pace for the first hour, 15 minutes if you don't also find a second Great Hammer, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think that, one thing for me is I do wish that me and my opponent would always pick the same starting class, right?
Yeah.
Especially with the rise of like the power stance meta that has taken over DRL, right? The RNG of finding that second weapon to power stance with whatever your weapon class is huge. And if you and your opponent both start with different weapons, like in the case that one starts with a Great Axe, one starts with a Great Hammer, right? Or in this case with Colossal Hammer versus Great Axe or Great Hammer, right? It can really decide things, right?
Yeah, I prefer like in terms of like how decision making impacts the outcome of a match, I prefer if it's like over the course of the match, routing decisions, like all the decisions that stack up during gameplay, how you approach a fight, do you pivot weapons, weapon selection, and merchant checking, and so on and so forth. The initial impact of choosing a weapon off rip, if players were just both required to take the same class, or alternatively, if they had more information when choosing their class, like the care package information, I feel like that would be very nice.
Yeah, and we see Helios here going with his Thanos skin, right? ready to claim another. Yet, he has the first Infinity Stone from Sci-Fi, the Stars and Stripes. That Infinity Stone has been claimed. Now he is going after the vertical red, white, and blue.
He's got red, white, and blue. Yeah. He's going for blue, white, and red now.
Oh no, he's switching. Yeah, he's going for Thanos here.
Wait. Oh, he can't make up his mind. All right. Does Iron have any custom skins? I haven't seen yet.
I do think this is going to be one hell of a match. Like, this is the one that I'm the most excited about. Like I said on stream yesterday, like, I really do believe that, if everyone was to run a seed to the absolute best of their ability, right? I think that it would be myself, Iron, and Helios 1, 2, and 3, and I really don't know what the order, right? So, and obviously I'm a little biased there because I'm friends with these guys, so you could take that with a pinch of salt, but that's my honest opinion. But I really do believe that this is going to be one of the games of the tournament, right? And I also believe that the winner of this match will be in the driver's seat for claiming the overall championship. And here we go. Players are loading in, and the match is officially underway.
When they're off, they chose the same class, so that really alleviates a potential problem from my eyes. 2 graces that these players get are Ainsel River and Jagged Peak. Ainsel River is in Nokron. It is just not a useful grace whatsoever. It's in Noxtella even. It's so far removed from any bosses. They will not be using this grace for any reason whatsoever. Jagged Peak is a potential, late game send if you don't have any good options. It's a very risky grace. There's the dueling drakes there, and you can run backwards towards the first Jagged Peak. You can go to the Deathrite Bird. You can go to the Cerulean Ghost Flame. There's several options that are over there, but they are higher scaled. And in the DLC, the only way to get to your Shadow Tree fragments is actually to kill a boss. So I don't necessarily expect to see either of the players go there, but we may see that at the end of the game when they're higher scaled, have good weapons, good builds, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and I would like to go over, so I have loaded into the seed as well, so I can read off to you what the keepsakes are that the players have, or the care package. They have Crimson Seed Talisman, which is fantastic for survivability, and I'm very happy about that personally because I don't want to see these players die today. I would love to see this match decided on raw pace, right? So Crimson Seed will help with that survivability. They also have Spell Drake and Flame Drake +2, which are nice, but nothing crazy. Assassin's Crimson Dagger is one of my personal favorite talismans because it just means, like, think of all those situations where you stagger a boss, you take the riposte, and then you need to heal, right? Rather than getting the punish post-riposte. With the Assassin's Crimson Dagger, you heal while getting the crit, and then you can just smack the boss again. It's fantastic. Godskin Swaddling Cloth actually I think is pretty good in this format with the Rise of the Power Stance meta. Its successive attacks restore HP, and then their physic tiers are really good. They have Thorny tier, they have Equip Load tier, so if they want to get the early Power Stance Colossals on, right, Equip Load won't be as much of an issue. And then they also have Save Your Life tier, Crimson Bubble tier. So very strong physic tiers here. And I would say, maybe not the greatest care package in the world for damage, but a very good one. And we do see Omen Killer Cleaver at the first merchant.
Great Omen Killer Cleaver. Ton of money, by the way. Over 20k runes. Iron buys that right away.
Yeah. And that just completely, I'm very happy neither of them picked Rakshasas because that would have just completely invalidated the Rakshasas, right? Omen Killer Cleaver,
100%.
like, while Rakshasas is arguably you can argue it's a better weapon, like, fair enough.
For NPCs in specific or just in general?
You could make the argument, right, for those that prefer the move. I know some people prefer the move set and the pierce and everything, but
yeah,
Weed Cutter is just Wild Strikes Jr., right?
Yeah. The one thing I would say that I like more about Weed Cutter versus Wild Strikes is Weed Cutter has like a forward lunge and bosses tend to roll away and backstep and stuff. So when you do have Weed Cutter and you're fighting an NPC, you're like chasing him down just by spamming the Ash of War. With the Wild Strikes, you're kind of like slowly walking towards them. So they're both insanely broken for NPC fights. So it's like a minor complaint.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Wild Strikes personally.
Yeah, Weed Cutter's slightly better against NPCs slightly. Like they're probably the two best Ashes of War in the game against NPCs, but Weed Cutter is slightly better. Wild Strike's better against bosses specifically, right?
Yeah. I think Helios didn't buy the Omen Killer Cleaver to start because he's planning to go to plus 18, which for the Somber weapon will make it a plus 7 weapon versus having a plus 15 Great Omen Killer Cleaver. And I don't dislike that idea. He had 20k. It would have cost him three or 4,000 to buy Great Omen Killer Cleaver, right? So he's going to opt to get just a plus 1 higher Somber weapon to start and then probably end up buying that Great Omen Killer Cleaver later when he's like fully upgraded.
Yeah, it's one of these things. I don't necessarily love it, and I don't hate it either, right? Like, yeah, it kind of just depends on what the bosses are, like what's the correct play, right? Oh my God, Helios almost made a massive mistake there. He almost made I thought he was gonna. Yeah.
Oh, he got plus 7. He got plus 7. It doesn't matter. He's good. Yeah. He's good. I thought he was about to pour it out without his weapon.
I did too. That would have been disaster.
Well, I mean, realistically, that would be very, very bad. But he could just run and loot a few things and then buy the. Or wait, he already has it. Does he have the Great Omen Killer Cleaver in his inventory? Did you just see that?
I don't think so. No, he does not.
I don't think he does. But either way, like he would be able to just go.
Well, it still would be a problem though, because they could also like get Wild Strike, like they could also get some other Ash of War, right?
Yeah. It would still be a disaster. So I think we see, Godskin Apostle here for Helios. I noticed he took the left path, which
also would
get him closer to the Grace in case he needed to pivot, right?
I would like to welcome in our third commentator, Mr. Typin.
Hello, guys.
Bonjour.
Hello, Typin.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour.
Welcome in, Typin. It is great to have you here. First off, Typin is, it's fair to say you and I are best friends. You guys seem incredibly close, right? And also, he was Iron's teammate in the Bingo League. And, I was telling chat earlier, right? Like, Sai and I are obviously, a little biased towards Helios. So rather than having completely unbiased commentary, let's just equal out the bias, right?
Yeah, I am biased towards Iron.
Yeah. Which is
that's perfect. That's what we need here.
I've played a lot with him, even in DRL. We train together a lot. So
yeah, I mean, it's basically
you know a lot about how Iron plays and what he's capable of, right?
Yeah, it's basically the exact same situation like we have with Helios, right? Where because obviously Helios as well, like when we know Iron, right? And we're friendly, but Iron's your training partner. Helios is our close training partner, right? And Helios goes for Liurnia first, does meet this spirit-collared snail godskin 3-stager, gets through it beautifully. Iron, though, went straight for Limgrave. Is this
Human Chiefs duo?
I feel like that isn't standard from him. Am I wrong, Typin?
Yeah, no, he likes to do Limgrave first and go to get the Pat bell bearings. So that he can go to the round table just 2 times.
That makes sense.
The bell bearing.
That makes sense. And I mean, that was a longer fight. Helios is rewarded though, as we do see a great rune here already, Radahn's great rune. If you haven't seen so far, Typin, one thing I'm loving is that these guys, they have Crimson Seed Talisman for better heals. They have Save Your Life tier. They'll both hopefully find Radahn's great rune pretty early. I don't want to see any deaths here. I want this game to be decided on pace because I think these are the 2 of the absolute fastest players in the league. And I would love to just see them be able to execute.
Agreed. Radahn's Great Rune is very nice. I actually really like that one. Boosts your HP, mind, and stamina. That's going to be better than a Rune Arc. Rune Arcs add like 5% HP. I don't know what Radahn's is, but I know it's more than that.
It's 15.
And it gives you... It's 15, yeah. So it's 3 times as much of a bonus. Plus you get stamina, which with the Colossal, you're going to really enjoy that boosted stamina.
Yeah.
Iron gets down this Death Ride Bird. There's a little
and
bit
there's
of
strength here, by the way, from the first boss.
That's massive.
Right, Force's strength, right, Typin?
Great Katana.
Yeah.
That's going to come with an Ash of War. It should have overhead stance on it.
Yeah, I don't think it's maybe it's good for if you're doing early Dragon Barrow just to put cold on it, right?
Yeah,
Iron already
status.
has an Ash of War. He has Kick. There was Kick in that first graveyard. I'm also not in my eyes might have deceived me, but I think I saw Crescent Moon Axe at the Beach Merchant. So that means that our players could be Power Stance and Great Axes. Don't quote me on that though. I thought I saw it, but Iron checked it very quickly.
Yeah, the only thing that I noticed was Stormhawk Axe.
It might have been Stormhawk, and my eyes might have just deceived me. That's very possible.
Helios here getting through the standard first 3 bosses in Liurnia. Already has 48,000 from the first 2. It was Godskin Snail for the first boss, second boss, Tree Sentinel with the torch. This third boss is Estelle. He should get a decent amount of money from even this too. It gets a huge stagger there.
Yeah, and a great weapon for Estelle too, because it has that being a gravity type weapon, it has that bonus damage, right? Against those Estelles.
And he gets 48,000 from Estelle. That's like such
Helios
a huge
is
amount to start
absolutely
the
loaded. He has almost 100k Radahn's Great Rune, and Iron is. Bellbearing Hunter Iron, come on.
Bellbearing Hunters are so scary. Like they're not like in DRL. The name of the game is disrespecting the boss, and Bellbearing Hunters will piece you up, man.
Yeah,
gets through it though. Nicely done.
I had a question for type in here, and I completely escaped my mind.
It's kind of difficult early game to just to dare against the boss because you don't have that much damage. Like ironyeu did the wild strike on the Bellbearing, but he lacked damage to kill him, so that's why he got in danger for a bit.
Yeah, a bit of danger there, but handled it quite well. Yeah, I remember my question, by the way. Obviously, I think this match is, from my perspective, at least as a fellow competitor, and well, yes, I am the bozo who threw in the first round, right? You know, I based on qualifiers and stuff. All 3 of these guys are pretty close. Like, this is a game that would really scare me because I think in a lot of matchups, it's like, you know, with players of this level of speed, it's like, you know, if I play really, really well, I'm going to be very confident that I won, right? Well, if I'm playing Iron or Helios and I play a great game, I'm still going to check their stream and just be praying, right, that I won at the end of the day. Did Iron have any nerves or anything going into this game? I know he's been putting up some fantastic scores in practice, or, you know, is he just ready to go?
I know he practiced a lot, so like when he did the qualifiers, he wasn't actually training that much because he said he was gonna train for the duels for the matches.
And I appreciate that. Thank you, Iron, for giving me the #1 seed by not training. Thank you. But
yeah, I know he has pressure, but he handles it very well. Usually,
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, and also the good thing too is like both these guys, especially now, like after Randocalypse and things, like they both have the experience, right, with Randocalypse and DRL 1 and, you know, obviously bingo leagues, and these guys have done so many competitions, right? I don't expect the moment to be too big for them, right? Which can be a concern for some players who, you know, have not been in these positions before. But I have a lot of confidence in both Iron and Helios that it's not going to get to them.
By the way, I saw a peek of the roundtable shop when Iron just went there. Rotten Staff and Staff of the Avatar, both there for sale. Also, Savage Lion's Claw.
Yeah.
So 3 different an Ash of War and two different Colossals that you could use to power stance with the Gazing Finger.
And the other thing too is Rotten Staff is actually light, shockingly. The Staff of the Avatar is heavier, I actually do wonder if Staff of the Avatar is better in this format because it has better strength scaling, and while the physical damage isn't quite as good, that split holy is very nice for the undead, right? But Rotten Staff is only 18 pounds versus I think Staff of the Avatar, or 18 pounds, kilos Miyazaki's, right? Units of weight, while the Staff of the Avatar is 21. So Rotten Staff and Gazing Finger is kind of one of the ideal power stance combos in my opinion, just due to the weight.
And in the Lost Ash of War, there's going to be zero problems with Ashes of War in this seed. At least for Iron, he's found that. He has kick. If he's going to power stance, great axes. He can put heavy attunement, whatever he wants on it. Both of, when I saw that Helios went to the Beach Merchant, by the way, it was Stormhawk axe, so not Crescent Moon axe. There's no second great axe he's found yet. You can see Iron is eyeballing this colossal power stance situation.
Yeah, I think they both are. Like, endurance is definitely going to be at a premium for them.
I noticed the Deathrite Bird, when Iron went to fight the Deathrite Bird, he got stuck on a rock that he just like could not reach, and ended up causing a little bit of time just due to the weird placement of it. And it didn't really leave the initial spawn area for Helios, so a little bit of a faster fight there.
Yeah, definitely slightly faster there, but I mean, overall, it's gonna, especially with the difference in routing, I think it's gonna be way too early to tell, right? Especially with both of these players, they both have can set up things, and they're also both so fast, right? Like, early game pace is somewhat a lie, right? Depending on how they go about their routing. So I think the biggest thing is just looking for fights that are noticeably slower or faster than their opponent's early game, right?
Yeah, I have a question. I've never thought of this until now, but strike / pierce, thrust, whatever, that damage, if you have a weapon that has like that type and holy or magic or fire, is fire and holy strike too, or is it like,
no, they're separate?
The physical part is the damage type, and then the elemental is just the elemental.
Yeah, the way to think about it is there are actually 8 different damage types in the game. There's obviously the 4 elements: fire, magic, holy, and lightning. And then slash, strike, pierce, and standard are all basically the 4 different versions of the physical damage types, right?
Okay. So the damage type only applies to the physical aspect.
Yes.
All right. So I was just trying to think of what all like enemies are weak
has
to.
8 different negations, right?
That makes sense.
So if you're fighting, say, a Ghost Flame Dragon, right, and you have Gazing Finger, it will be weak to the strike part of it, but the magic part of it is going to basically do nothing because it's very resistant to magic damage, while it's weak to strike, right? And that is 2 separate calculations.
Right. So the enemies that are weak to strike, right? We have like Death Birds, Deathrite Birds, Ghost Flame Dragons, Crystallians, right?
Yeah, basically any like stone construct enemy, right?
Okay, Watchdogs.
Yeah.
Then Golems. Some of the
BBKs,
feels,
right?
PK?
Yes, PK is also weak to strike, yes.
Okay. So of the enemies that are weak to strike, most of them are also weak to holy, no?
Yes. That's why I think...
So I think Staff of the Avatar is just like really good then, right?
Yeah. I actually ran a seed yesterday with double Staff of the Avatar, and Rotten Staff, right? And like they both performed very well. I also had Falling Star Beast Jaw, but I chose both staffs over them. Yeah,
there's a larval tier there. at that merchant. Didn't see Iron buy it though.
Ultimately, also in Rando, how good different damage types are depends upon the boss pool, right? This is an event with an entirely open boss pool, meaning that any boss can be everywhere. Like, it's not randomized, these sorts of things, right? So when you have completely open boss pools, Strike is very good because it's a lot of the repeat bosses that are weak to Strike, right? And same with Holy as well. If you have more limited boss pools that focuses more so on remembrance bosses and not having like duplicates of the same boss, then Strike and Holy are, I think, the two damage types, physical and elemental, that would fall off the most, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also there are few bosses that are strong against Strike.
Yeah.
But like Miranda, it's not really a problem, even though it's strong against Strike, because it's Miranda, like.
Yeah, what is strong against Strike? Like just Noble,
Miranda,
right? That's the only one I can...
Miranda, Noble.
Miranda.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, a flower, which
it's
like...
fine anyway.
I know one of my mods, Zally, has... I'm not exactly sure how the numbers have been run, but overall, the best physical damage type in the game is Pierce. Just based on like aggregate damage negations. But that being said, Strike is the most consistent.
I'd like to know like a weighted damage.
I got the
type.
average on all bosses. I did that on a spreadsheet, and like Strike was by far the most on average the best damage type.
Yes,
I kind of feel like that with respect to like a rando race too, because like if you have Pierce on a Ghost Flame Dragon, your fight is going to take an insanely long time.
Yeah.
Compared to if you have Strike, right? Like it may be more enemies are like resistant to Strike and Pierce or whatever, but the ones that are resistant like will cost you a ton of time, right? Like the severity is different.
Yeah, Pierce is not really good like against the birds and the Ghost Flame. Yeah, you're gonna lose a lot of time. I did once. I tested the Great Spear Power Sense. And like it was good, but it was so bad against those specific bosses, like that it was not worth it.
Yeah, with Rando, I think the biggest thing is like obviously a slightly better damage type can eke out like a few extra seconds, right, on certain bosses. But my biggest thing that I want to avoid is the fights that go terrible and you just lose so much time in those specific fights, right? Like.
Yeah.
The difference between an average fight and a really bad fight at this level is very different than the difference between an average fight and a very good fight, right? Average fight versus good fight, you're maybe saving 5 to 10 seconds. Average fight versus bad fight, you're losing 30 seconds to a minute or more, right? So, I mean, I also tend to be a more conservative with, you know, my weapon calculations and things. So the biggest thing to me is avoiding those really shit fights, right? Like if you're trying to be as aggressive and as optimal, right, then you just hope that you don't run into those, but those specific bosses, right? But yeah, like for instance, if you have Pierce against Borealis, good luck,
right? Or if you have Slash, a +4 Dragon Scale Blade.
Yeah, Helios is playing a little risky, but the one thing I will say, Helios has, like, both these players have so much rando experience, right? And this is one of the things that I do as well. I've just done this so much, and these players as well, where they know how much damage bosses are going to do, roughly. So they can kind of be like, yeah, I can greed this, and if I get hit, I'll be fine, right? By the way, what a merchant there. We have Devonia's and Starfist. I mean, this is the weapon seed, right?
Iron Balls, but yeah.
Or Iron Balls.
I mean, Iron Balls is a crazy find, and Iron immediately pivots, I think. He didn't attune it, though. He just equipped it, so he could be doing cold, maybe. But in any case, one of the nice things about Iron Balls compared to one of these colossal weapons is you can equip a full set of armor, right? Because they weigh nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great for Dragon Barrow early. Just for
that could be a huge advantage in a deathless format, right?
Yeah, I don't think
it's
I know.
Splitting avatar.
I know it's an awkward time zone if you're looking at normal people. I can't speak to Iron as much, but Helios does not have a good sleep schedule, so I don't think this time will affect him whatsoever. Type in, do you think this is a normal time for Iron to play well? There was a question from chat.
Yeah, it's normal.
Okay. Yeah, so considering
for him, it's normal.
Considering it is the middle of the night for both of them, that means they're in prime position. They are nocturnal creatures.
Yes. That's actually like just around the time we do our trainings.
Usually. So he's actually literally in his prime time right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be good.
I mean, pretty much same for Helios, right? This is, I think, when he tends to be the most active.
Right.
Yeah, Helios, because he's been playing in it with a North American server, and for the most part, he lives on a NA time, for the most part. But
which is wild,
can change sometimes. Say. Yeah, it's completely wild.
Helios coming up to Fire Giant Phase 2 in this little room, but already making use of the colossal weapons. I actually really liked the Great Omen Killer Cleaver for this fight here. Like just wild strikes, get the bleed procs, and then eventually he ended up getting a stagger on the iron side of things, but it looks like Helios is going to be jump attacking with the colossals.
Yeah, one big advantage. Whoa, Helios. All right, he's fine. One big advantage, I think, is going to be that Radahn's Great Rune, because Helios does not have to invest quite as many levels into Vig. I mean, Endurance, ultimately, he will have to level, because Radahn's Great Rune, while it does increase your overall stamina, it does not increase your equip load, right?
A big stagger.
Average age, I'm not really sure. I would say probably it's really all over the place. Like, you know, there are players who are almost in their 40s. I don't know if there's anyone older than that, and there are players who are in their teens, right? So it's pretty all over the place.
Yeah, we have a phrase. It's called frontal lobe diff. The dexterity of the younger players is kind of balanced by decision making and risk profiles versus the older players.
I will say, I also know Helios did a fair... Did Iron do any scouting on Helios before this game? I know Helios did a fair bit of scouting on Iron before this game. Do you know, did Iron do any...
but I don't know. Maybe. Probably.
Yeah,
because I know he did against his previous opponent. Looked at his training seeds, and so he must have done it for Helios as well.
Yeah, I know, because I know Iron tends to loot more than Helios, right? So I think Helios was worried about getting looting diffed, right? And wanted to see where, you know, kind of the items that Iron tends to pick up that maybe Helios doesn't, right? To just make sure that he doesn't get like, well, Iron found a great weapon and I didn't. Obviously, these players have fantastic weapons, so that's not going to be an issue here today. But I do know that's something that Helios was nervous about going into this matchup. Also, yes, congratulations to ENSG, as that match has just gone final. And I will be playing him probably early next week. I'll get with him, and now that I know who I'm playing, and we'll find out.
Crazy. Oh, Rita had a big lead.
Yeah, and then died
at the beginning of the match. Yeah, Iron now switching. I think probably that fight with Malekith made him realize, you know what, I'm just gonna double bonk. Like he whiffed a couple times, right? Like just jump and smash.
Yeah, I think at this scaling and you have plenty of health, like jump and smash is correct, right?
Yeah, you don't need armor in Limgrave, realistically. Like, the only thing you would need it for is like Worm Face, maybe.
Yeah, jump and smash is going to out DPS Iron Balls. I think if you're in like doing an earlier Dragon Barrel play or something of that nature, then I could completely understand running Iron Balls because it's just a lot more comfortable. And the jump and smash build is the best when you can trade, right? Especially with the Colossals, while they don't have to worry about that nearly as much with Iron Balls. I think Helios is going to be checking Pat here, potentially.
Yeah. Also interesting to see Iron preferring Devonia's Hammer, Rotten Staff over the Gazing Finger.
I prefer that. I actually might take Gazing Finger over Rotten Staff, but I do think that Devonia's is the best Colossal they have access to. The problem is just the weight, because Devonia's Hammer is significantly heavier than the other ones. Both the other Colossals that they have are relatively light. But this is a bit of a mess here for Iron. One thing about Erdtree avatars in Everjails, they are pretty broken. They love to just spam the stars attack, right? I often find the best way to deal with it is just to charge them and tank a bunch at the very start of the fight. Yeah, for some reason they just love to, they have trouble moving for some reason in Everjails and love to spam that down slam. Great job,
AI break.
Yeah, very good job dealing with that fight, but obviously a little bit of a time loss there.
I know he died on a training season, specifically this boss and this behavior.
Yeah.
So he's prepared.
Yeah, it's
his rot bolus though, so he's at least he's cured his rot. He has a little bit of a running section.
Yeah, the curing his rot is the most important because it does just save a little bit more time, as he would ideally you don't want to have to sit at the grace in well, except no, his weeping routing's different. So I actually don't know, because his weeping routing is different than the one that we do, Sai.
Right. Yeah, he likes to split the middle between Doomsword Catacombs and the Knight's Cav, right? There's a few items you can pick up. You can get to the merchant faster.
And we do see Helios doing a little bit of looting in this graveyard, which is, I can tell you, not standard for him with this type of a setup. He's just doing it because he knows that Iron is going to check it, right?
Yeah.
And there is the +10 stone.
A massive.
And it's the 5-time champion, Bulls, carrying 9. For anyone who doesn't know the mythos on Bulls, there was a base game bingo game back in the day where Helios died 5 times in a row to Bulls. He still won, though. But it did happen.
Helios' nightmare.
I don't think so. I mean, he's not... He doesn't normally check that graveyard. So I think he was just being very careful, right? And that, because to be fair, you are correct in that the specific movement that he was doing is not standard for him.
I mean, you got pieced up by an imp, got a bleed proc. He's probably just like, man, I need to get out of here. Like scrambling. Yeah. Who knows what else is lurking in the graveyard, just off screen. And just in general, just doing things that you normally do, like on your route, like introduces thinking where you would normally just be on autopilot. Knight's Cav has been randomly replaced with a Knight's Cav.
Also a pretty classic Helios move here. He has set up 4 different weapons. He has his 2 Colossals. He has Iron Balls with Holy. And then he also has Great Katana with Cold. This is, I think, the one thing that Helios does better than anybody is resourcefulness, right? Sorry, 3 Colossals. Resourcefulness in using a multitude of weapons.
The Iron Balls with Sacred when you have Devonia's Hammer.
Might have just been a bit of autopilot. or also in the meantime, because he currently does not have the equip load for Devonias, I don't believe. Like, he's choosing to wear a little bit of armor here and use the lighter colossals, right?
Yeah.
So if he were to hot swap to Devonias at this point, he would then become heavy load. But if he hot swaps to the balls, obviously he's fine. So I think that's the logic.
That's completely fair, yeah.
I think he might be prepping for the Iron Barrow with the Iron Balls.
Maybe. I mean, this is
could
a
be the case
very
too, yeah.
He put it in secret just for the damage.
I'm a little shocked that we haven't seen a Dragon Barrow yet from Helios.
Yeah, I would have expected Dragon Barrow after the +10 stone, simply because one of the adaptations that we've made is, especially after like I forced Dragon Barrow against Rambler and I had a bad time, right, is rather than just forcing early Dragon Barrow, like, it's Dragon Barrow when you're ready, right? And I think in this situation, Helios is ready for it.
I missed the skip. He's getting shot at by a malformed star in the sky. I don't know if that influenced the glide path or what, but also, little time loss there. They have like 10 seconds.
+10 stone, it was right there in the... It was right in the gazebo by the graveyard, and he ran by there. I'm surprised that... I assumed he already had it, but I just saw his weapons. They're only +9. So that is definitely advantage Helios. If you're running smithing, it's not nearly as big of a deal, but particularly with these players running somber weapons at the current moment, +9 versus +10 is a fairly significant difference. Also, welcome in, Kata. Thank you so much for the raid, and welcome into all the raiders. We are very excited to have you here for this match between Iron and Helios. Also, massive GGs to both players. And ENSG, if you're there, man, I'm looking forward to the matchup. That will be my next opponent. I did not know who I was playing until that match that Kata just finished commentating concluded. So I now know that I'll be playing ENSG, and I'll get with him in schedule and let you guys know as soon as possible. But thank you so much for the raid, Kata, and welcome into all the raiders, and hope you guys enjoy even more DRL action here.
Yeah, in almost every case, the difference in damage from +9 to +10 is like 8 to anywhere between 8 to 10% damage. Like, that would be significant, especially with 2 of them in your hands and doing jump attacks. That +10 goes a long way.
Jaja, if you want to see more, so there are 6 English commentators and 6 French commentators, and the matches cycle between them. If you go on the DRL website, you can see who is hosting each in every match, right? Because it is split.
Yeah. Midra gets hit with 2 attacks, goes into the phase transition. Yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Kata, hope your match went well. That's how you were casting with Sirius.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed it was a very close match, minus the, if not for the deaths, right? They tied on score. But ultimately, I mean, as is often the case in this, unless you're cheating like Hoosier, the deaths are the difference.
NPT sided.
NPC sided, and there he goes. But you will be NPT is playing later today, actually. That will be on Gino's channel after this match. In oh my God, Helios, do not.
Dude, how did he make that? That's
not safe.
What are we doing, brother?
Bro, it's fucking Nartok. It's fucking Nartok. Nartok has been gotten in his ear, bro. He told me he's sending Sage's cave skip today, and I said, do not.
Bro, I just had to stop everything and watch that.
Yeah, my heart sank when I saw that.
Especially because he didn't land like normally where you land, but he took fall damage and then went down 1. That was, yeah.
I know it's safe, but I know like some people have it consistent, right? But especially because I train with Helios and I know that historically speaking, he does not do that skip, it makes it scarier to me, right?
Yeah.
We have Gaius
Guys,
here.
it is safe. Trust me. What everyone says before dying to a skip in a match.
Yes.
Literally.
And we know it gets to players like even Forsa, like in the match that I commentated, his first round match. At one of the points where his heart rate was the absolute highest was right before the skip down to the death right bird.
Yeah.
His heart rate was just as high doing that skip as it was when he was killing Radagon on his last world record run for any percent glitchless.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah. And that one's easy.
Right.
I will say Dectus here
like
could be, it will be crucial. I really hope that there is no Dectus diff where one player gets Dectus and the other one doesn't, right? In terms of the time loss and everything, on average, having Dectus versus not having Dectus is like about a -2. By the way, Helios does get hit at the worst time and cannot get into the, does not get trapped there, but gets it the second time.
That's annoying. Annoying time loss. Yep, 2 lead in favor of Iron. About to be 3. Mostly because of the just difference in routing. This is a Deathrite bird. You can't tell because of the wings in Evergales are broken, but you can tell from the flame that it's emitting that it is not a regular death bird.
Yeah. Also, for anyone who doesn't know, trust me, I know exactly how cracked Iron is. I have a history of competing against him, and he also has played in. He played with Typin in the bingo league that I host. I know exactly how good he is. Right, I know exactly how good he is. I mean, both these guys are monsters, right?
Yeah.
Like actually in Randocalypse, Iron and I literally tied on score after 8 qualifier seeds with no drops. Iron and I tied, and it came down to tiebreakers as to who got the 2 seed.
I don't think we've seen Helios make his way through Weeping at all.
No, Helios's route is very unique here. He's
doing Caelid before Weeping.
Yeah, he's prioritizing merchants and also prioritizing levels without having to go to Dragon Barrow, right? Like his idea is I want to kill things to get levels without having to take the scariest fights, I believe.
This Miranda Cave is disgusting.
Yes. Academy Key is nice. Do you type in? This is the one example. This is the time where Evergale first would have made more sense.
Wait, you're right. I always do the Evergale first.
Or sorry, not Evergale first, but that one first. I guess either way though, he was trying to warp out and just was getting hit, so it really wouldn't matter. Roadkiller, there's
second difference anyway.
There are so many different competitive formats. It's ultimately a matter of preference as to say what is the best or what is not the best, right? Like, you know, people like certain things. That it really is in the eye of the beholder, right? As to what is the best format, right?
The biggest time loss is always the boss anyway. So.
Yeah. I really hope we see Dectus, man. I do not want these guys to have to go precipice.
Competitive Elden Ring feels like a multiverse for me.
It is a multiverse, yes.
Yeah. Because you could, I mean, in terms of just like single player experience, you have like there's different forms of rando, then there's bingo.
Oh, Helios.
Then you just have like this entirely different field of PvP, right? Which I actually know nothing about, but that's, you know,
very nice kill on the Romina there. I'm gonna see
field.
Helios's stream quality is never the best. I'm gonna see if I can do anything to help it.
Yeah, Helios going behind here. There's a few item pickups. He's definitely looting a lot. Oh, you're creating a clip.
Yeah, it's a bitrate issue. His bitrate's at 3K.
DRL tiebreakers should be settled in PvP. That would be crazy.
Yeah, I wanted to, sorry about that. I just wanted to see, chat, if it was a bitrate issue as to why his stream was lower.
It's all good. You're trying to give us the best experience, right?
I'm trying my best here. Type in how are the nerves if you're, you know, as Iron's biggest supporter, how are you feeling right now? What's your feeling at the current moment?
I'm good. Like, he has a 3-boss advantage, but again he did whipping, so like we can't really know at this point in the match. But
especially
kinda nervous with the +10. Kinda nervous, but
yeah, the +10 seems to be the biggest difference so far. I mean, also the Radahn's Great Rune is of course very nice. But both players seem to be very, like, not perfect, right? There have been some little moments, but overall, I'd say both players are very much so on their game today, which we love to see, obviously.
Yeah, we wanted a fair match. We wanted deathless. We went head to head. We want this to be settled. You know, skill expression, decision making. They both have similar builds. They're routing differently. Like, this is about as ideal of a game as I could get from these players, right? We'll know more, and I even think it'll be like, 20-30 minutes before we have any idea of a true comparison between both of them. When it gets around to like 115, 120, when they're deciding on Altus.
Yeah. Yes, it is kind of true that stamina does mean DPS in this, especially with the jump build. That being said, though, super high level players are very good about crouching to recover stamina, which can mitigate a lot of the difference that playing with lower versus higher stamina brings, right? So while that is definitely true that stamina means that you can jump more, it's not as big of a deal if you're able to crouch properly to regain stamina. If you don't know, after you execute an attack, your character model, like your character waits a second or so to regen stamina, right? You cannot regen until a certain window of no action has passed. If you crouch, you immediately start regenning. Also, if you crouch while covering your flasks, you will recover stamina at a reduced rate while drinking a flask, but you still will recover. If you crouch while drinking your flasks, you will recover at the normal rate. So yes, it is a difference, but it's not as big as with this high level of player. It's not a major one. And now Helios is going for the major Limgrave chain. By the way, I really hope that there is not Dectus here. The Iron's doing Stormfoot Catacombs. It is very possible that Helios skips this. This is one of those dungeons.
Helios won't skip this.
I don't know, but it's not uncommon for it to be skipped, right?
My reasoning is simple. And I know this from practicing with him. Actually, even before my official match with him, we played against each other like 4 different times. I've played with Helios a lot. His reasoning for skipping stuff, like you may have noticed, he also did the Cemetery Shade Catacomb in Caelid, right? That's one he normally skips. The reason he skips those is when he has better graces, like Gelmir, Volcano Manor, Mountaintops. Like if he knows there's a 4-boss region somewhere, he'll skip a boss. The graces in this are not good. So I do think he's going to clean up everything early game, especially because he doesn't want to get diffed. But there was no Dectus there, so this whether or not he skips it won't be an issue in terms of getting into Altus. Yeah, but I don't know of any other players that played against each other before their actual match.
I don't think so.
Little scrimmage.
Oh god, the hippo. It's just
wow.
Kill the.
I did not see this hippo when Iron went through here.
I hate those drops so much, man. I hate them so much.
I do as well. Yeah.
Roman and Niora did. They even did a show match, right?
True. Yeah, they had a commentated show match as well, right?
Yeah, it was for this
quite a bit more intense
the broadcast.
Even.
He does get poisoned, but that was very nice by Iron there.
Yeah.
Waiting so that he did not get hit by the ball mid jump, right? That was very smart, very heads up.
By the way, I don't know if you saw, he got the Divine Beast Dancing Lines of Remembrance while he was doing that skip. That's because he killed the Dragon Barrel Merchant boss and poured it out before getting the drop. I guess apparently right there is where it becomes active, the drop zone. Kind of an interesting thing there.
I will say there are still a few checks that we have yet to see, of course, but early on this is looking like, considering that they have been doing very different routing, we've seen a ton of different bosses at this point. I think this is looking like a precipice seed.
That's fair, yeah. Unless it's like the last two Liurnia bosses, right? Because Helios has already done all of left side Liurnia.
There are definitely some bosses that we have not seen, but it feels like odds are this is going to end up being a precipice seed.
Yeah, I would agree. Also, some stuff doesn't drop, like the Royal Revenant doesn't drop anything in Liurnia, so that's kind of a dead check in terms of Dectus.
Yeah. All the Ruins bosses don't drop anything. Rick doesn't drop anything. It depends, Eater, but 120 to 130, I would say. 125 is probably the average. Because you want to leave yourself 30 minutes to go through Precipice. Or sorry, 30 minutes to go through Liurnia. No, oh my god, English.
Altus?
30 minutes to go through Altus, yes. And it takes roughly 5 minutes to go up the Precipice and kill the boss, right? So an hour 25 into the match is kind of standard. Some players will go earlier just to make sure they can clear it. Some players will go a little bit later to try to greet a couple extra checks for Dectus, right? But hour 25 is kind of the sweet spot. I will say on this run, considering the build that they have, they could probably wait a little bit longer, like to like 127, 128, right? No, Megaduck, unfortunately not, because that would require a death. Unfortunately, you have to die in order to get into Altus from Academy. So, yes, but no is the answer, I would say.
I mean, without the extra graces, there's two ways to get to Altus. Makar, and if you find Dectus.
And there are 5 extra graces that can give you Altus access. Out of a pool of 10, right? So overall, the odds are pretty good that you have a grace that can get you some form of Altus. But on this match, but they do not.
Oh, big stagger for Iron here. They can't get the riposte though. Very unfortunate.
Helios is also in this Erdtree Avatar in an Everjail where Iron lost a bit of time, and Helios is also in trouble now. Neither player getting through this monster clean.
I can just feel the neurons in Helios's brain telling him, just jump and greed.
Yeah.
He gets it down.
And we now, at the current moment, have a tie game.
Mid-fight, switches to Iron Balls. Against Romina. I think probably he's only did this for the armor because of the risk of getting rotted.
Yeah.
I noticed he did the same thing with the Putrid Avatar in the Everjail. Like so far, Typin, have you noticed?
Oh,
like,
claw
Iron
talisman
doing
for
anything
Iron. Yo, claw talisman for Iron.
Wait a minute. Wait, that'll make up the difference in the upgrade level.
It'll
right?
be even bigger than that. It's plus 15%.
Yeah, that's actually massive.
And Helios has already been. He's not finding that.
Helios is not getting that now. Is Iron running like a typical route that you have like known him to run so far, Typin, or?
Oh yeah, it's basically the same one. Maybe he's doing Dragon Bar a bit late. Usually he's doing it earlier, but I guess his build is good enough. So
yeah,
they have to do
ranked tier and a ton of money too. I've seen a ton of good remembrances.
Yeah, no Dragon Barrel yet. That is also actually another place where you can find
Gideon because he
Cactus.
explodes early because you hit him twice. That was good. The bubble that he makes, it's 5 hits to explode. With the Colossals, each hit is 2, right? I'm glad that he was aware of that because that thing hurts, man. I mean, I would say
annoying RNG walked up the Gideon and instantly procs that bubble.
I would say in terms of item pickups, though, I mean, Helios has the plus 10, Iron has Claw. I'd say it's pretty, like, obviously it's not identical, but I would say it's pretty much a wash, right?
Yeah. Claw Talisman will be slightly better, but
yeah, but Iron also found it late, and also not every attack is a jump, right?
Yeah.
So Iron might find another 10 later, maybe.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, there could be another plus 10. There won't be another Claw Talisman, though.
Yeah. I mean, they are neck and neck. Iron's even doing Iron's doing the duelist rather than the cave.
That's unusual.
You say that's usual or unusual?
Unusual.
I timed it. The duelist, depending on where it ultimately does depend on where the XX replacement dies. If you get the skip perfectly and if you can warp out here, this is faster. But if you have to mog and then warp again,
it's safer than the catacomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Because the catacomb has that invisible wall where the lever is, and you can just get trapped in there by an enemy. I've seen it happen several times. Rune Bear here. Oh, nice dismount from Iron.
Great job dodging the Rune Bear and the Blood Fiends.
Oh my god.
Dude, oh my god.
Insanity.
He's getting pummeled right now. He's okay. I mean, we are once again tied, and this thing's gonna go down to the wire.
Like nothing happened.
All right. This is where I'm like starting to get like, I feel like it's like the first part is like, it's fun. It's, you know, they're just killing stuff. Like, I feel like we're kind of getting to the business side of things, and like, you know, oh, one player is behind. It doesn't really matter, right? Because early on, players do different routing. Like, it's just starting to get more and more real. And even I'm getting nervous, right? Just for the players.
It's 32-32. Scores are tied. Okay, Helios doing what I see nobody doing, which is instead of mogging here, he just runs to the door.
Do that.
I've seen you mog there before.
It depends on how many runes I have. If I have no runes, I'll mog. If I have runes, there's no point. It also depends on the enemy that's chasing you, because it is about 1 second faster to mog. So if there is an enemy that is chasing you that would hamper your ability to mog, then it is faster to run.
Yeah, Iron sees an ancient dragon there, decides I'm not jumping down on that skip because it can just kill you, knock you out of the air, breathe fire, EU summon lightning, takes a safer path.
All right. I mean, there have been so many remembrances this game. It's actually been insane how many remembrances I've seen.
They just actually don't need to go to Dragon Barrow to get their power scaling, like,
no.
Especially the strength tier.
The only thing is that could be where Dectus is.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Chris, by the way, winning the first match. Congrats. Bingo Brawlers.
GG's. Is that bracket like single elimination or
no? It's double.
Does that mean
it's double?
Oh, okay. You won the first and third match. You've won the first round.
Man, this game's so goddamn close. Iron does have a very slight time advantage, like a few seconds, just based on warps and things. But nothing noticeable, nothing major. Helios is walking in on these demi-human chiefs that were an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, I fully expect to see the gazing finger action in here.
Miko, you have to hit a certain part of the wall that makes sure that it's solid construction. Basically, it has to do with the hardness of the wall. So, but if you hit it in the right spot, then it shreds. Oh my god, great. Wow, that was beautiful by Helios. That was freaking gorgeous. One Ash of War just killed everything except for the Crystallian.
Yeah.
I like how he crouched for a second, wasn't sure what to do, and then just Ash of War.
I think he was intentionally waiting because for some reason in that arena, the boss will like do an open, like scripted attack where it's it's invulnerable. It's like not active, you know? Like the boss, he didn't do it until the boss bar showed up.
Thank you. This is why we have co-commentators. Yeah, giving more credit to the players than, my dumbass.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, I'm not calling you a dumbass. I'm just saying.
Helios, you're at the wrong spot.
Dude, Helios! How are you getting lost here, man? Haven't you done this like 4 million times?
Yes, he has.
I've never... All right. Dude, Ancestor Spirit in this arena is annoying. The roots everywhere.
And I think this will be the first lead for... This is the first lead for Helios since like 3 or 4 bosses. Obviously, there's still an hour left to play. So it doesn't mean much. It was by the smithing 4s in Kaled on the way to Radahn.
Yeah, the chairs. The 3 chairs.
No, it's not the sleep. Helios does this sometimes. Sometimes it's just you're stressed out, and sometimes it's very easy to just have a brain fart, right? It happens.
Yeah, you're not really like, you're just running in that direction. Which is funny because when Helios ran after the O'Neal replacement, which was Romina, he like went behind the arena and picked up an item but didn't do the chairs. Simple Gaius fight there. Yeah, I feel like Helios is catching up, pulling ahead a little bit on score right now because just this chain that Iron is doing is a little bit slower.
Yeah, their order at the start was very different.
Yeah, their routing was really different. These chains like that, both the catacombs that Iron did are a little slower. Actually, setting up the duelist and not going to kill it yet.
Yeah.
Right? Like he has prep for another boss anyways, so speaking of duelists.
Tough boss. I know a thing or two about dying to a duelist in the playoffs.
For some of us, they're pretty tough, aren't they?
They're not in the playoffs. I died to one in Randocalypse though. I think it was qualifier, not playoffs.
In my Randocalypse match against Pearl, I got into like a 20 hit combo with the duelist and just never walked away, so we were dancing for a little bit. Yeah, we got Theo here at Margate.
And Iron's going to Dragon Barrow.
I'm actually shocked he didn't go here and loot this graveyard earlier.
I am too. I would think you'd at least want to set it up and get the sacred tier, right?
Yeah, just
type in. Do you know why he doesn't? Why do you guys not do that?
Yeah, you don't know. I'm doing it, so.
Fair enough. I mean, it might just also be like pace is comfort. Like one of the things that I've been trying really hard is to ignore my pace until like as much as possible. So sometimes while it is like you can objectively be like, yo, why would you not just go here, right? You're running here anyways. But and you get a sacred tier. But on the other hand, like having better pace makes you feel better, and when you feel good, you play good,
maybe
right?
He was waiting for to have the duelist prepped, because he's doing it right away.
He's going to the duelist now. Finds Bofa.
And this is a great boss to have here. Is it Dectus? No.
No Dectus.
Too bad.
That's probably the riskiest in terms of.
Yeah, I checked that Helios is definitely not going to do.
Yeah. But to be fair, Helios did the catacomb that Iron skipped and also didn't find Dectus, so neither players.
Which is good. I would hate for this match to be decided because these guys are so close. If one gets Dectus and the other doesn't, like, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's over because like obviously players can die and things, but like assuming they don't die, it's probably 90% that the player who finds Dectus wins, right?
Yeah. Azaz, full Dectus and Omen Killer. I tuned into an Azaz stream and he's doing a skip to check Albus and kill the Omen Killer. Technically, both Dectus halves could be there. That would be an insane pull.
Iron's gonna walk up here on the Spirit Caller Snail, the Godskin Snail. Will be a longer fight, but he'll also get Radahn's Great Rune.
Iron is a right side Liurnia enjoyer, right?
You was the first person I saw him do it, and then I was like, how the fuck is he beating me by so much? And I was like, oh, I'm missing this, right?
Yeah, but he has the academy key, so I don't know if he's gonna do it.
Oh, his fight with the Spirit Caller Snail is insanely fast.
Yeah.
In comparison to, this was the first fight Helios did, +7 weapon strike damage. Like, Apostle just vanished.
There's Elden.
But we have Elden Beast. Do you think Elden Beast will fly into the death plane?
I don't think so. I've had Elden Beast here. I think it's very unlikely, especially with the way like Elden Beast's like flight patterns, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Helios doesn't get that dart off, he's gonna lose all poise.
Yeah, the poison darts just don't have good enough range. And now he's fighting in this incredible, awesome part of this arena on top of these rooftops.
Iron does find the Great Rune. Ooh, Helios not getting that Sagar there could be really bad. Oh, nope. potentially okay. He just cannot get triple rings here. He keeps missing
the ruins, man. Okay, he's getting really good RNG. Should be able to end it right here. There you go.
That was, I mean, obviously slower, but the worst case scenario would have been, I thought it was going to swim away straight into the triple rings, right?
Yeah. I guess a nice feature of like not doing this ironyeu chain early is you'd skip the grace. You know you're just going to kill everything on the way. I don't know how much the time save is. Also, Helios was like upgraded earlier, got like 100k from this route. So I mean, it's a trade-off.
Actually, kind of moot because it depends on what the boss is. But you reset the boss, which walks away from the grace when you grab it, right? Treecent, I guess, doesn't move very fast, but like some bosses will be like way down there if you don't grab the grace.
Yeah.
Also, with the line that you take, if you're taking the fastest line, you run very close to the enemy that's there, which can be problematic.
Right.
Plus 10 stone was in the gazebo by the academy graveyard. It normally has smithing 2s if you know vanilla item placements. But it's pretty even, like, because Helios, like, as of right now, I think I prefer a plus 9 with claw, right? But Helios had the plus 10 for longer, so I would say overall, like, RNG diff will not decide this match unless it, like, in terms of the claw talisman versus plus 10, unless it's like a, 1 or 2 second difference, right? But I would say overall that their builds are equal enough that, if someone wins or loses, like, of course it is within the right to players to complain about that, but but ultimately, like, there are things that one or the other could have done, right, to go faster elsewhere, right?
Yeah, Iron did in fact skip the
BH.
The right side thing, the turtle pope. He didn't go that way. He killed Estelle and poured it out. But he's also getting this just dog water RNG placement of Elden Beast here. But Elden Beast kind of goes AFK for him, so that actually is a much better fight.
Yeah, definitely probably 15 seconds better there, 10 to 15 seconds or so.
I'm curious, what do you think the reasoning is, Typin, of skipping the turtle pope? Like, on this seed, they don't have any good...
He got the academy key. And that's
he is losing out on a boss, right? Like,
yeah, but he doesn't have Dectus. And the Grace are not... I don't know, the Grace are not great, so he doesn't have a lot to do on them.
I mean, there's a reason why we didn't do this route in Randomizer, right? When we had the academy key.
That's fair. Well, fortunately for Iron, Dectus was not at the Turtle Pope.
Yeah. Man, this is gonna be so close. I hope no one die, please. No one die.
Are you caster cursing here?
No,
I gotta throw that out there.
I'm trying my best, bro. I know I'm famous for that. I'm just trying my best to put good thoughts into the atmosphere. I caster cursed CBD today, and I wasn't even actually casting it. And
that was rude.
Yeah, in the first game of his set, when he had to hitless Melania, he was like 20% less in phase 2, and I was like, I think CBD dies here. I just have a feeling, and then he died. Seconds later.
You did this, dude.
Yeah, I know.
My game is tomorrow, yes, SF, and will be casted by Hoosier.
Yes, it will.
Me and Teddy, dude.
Ooh, Helios just misses out on the fast cycle there.
Oh,
nice job dealing with that Mesmer
I did
Soldier.
not like that. It worked, but I didn't like it.
Well, at the end of the day, it worked, right?
Yeah. This time.
Iron has now retaken the lead.
Wormface
here.
This is actually scary. Little room with the Deathblight enemy.
You got the good opener though. The Wormface typically does one of two openers. He either does the one where he throws Deathblight out in front of him, or the one where he creates a cloud around him. If he does the one where he creates a crowd around him, it's a big problem. If he does the one where he spits the Deathblight out in front of him, it makes the fight basically free if you have really good poise damage.
Yeah. I think that was that Rakshasas or was it Rivers of Blood?
I think it was Rivers.
Yeah. I can't tell. I can't tell. If I watch in sync, I see very pixelated stream. If I watch non-pixelated stream, I'm out of sync. So
let me see if I can make it better for you.
I have to choose the lesser of two evils.
Is it better now, Sai?
That actually did fix it. I don't know what you did differently, but that fixed it for me.
I was sharing my source. I had it as a very
small... Helios got Dectus?
Helios got the first Dectus half.
Yeah, he did.
That was in the Black Knife Catacomb.
I was sharing my source, and I had it as a very small thing because I didn't realize how big it was on my screen actually mattered.
Got it. Yeah, it was like I couldn't read anything on the screen whatsoever. This is good. Yo, ENSG, welcome in, GG's.
Welcome in, GG's ENSG. I'm looking forward to our game, man. We'll get with you in a schedule, man. I'm looking forward to it. 47 all. Helios has the lead by like 8 seconds or so.
Yeah. This is an insanely close match.
Yes.
I do expect to see Dragon Barrow coming up pretty soon here as they exhaust the Liurnia Limgrave stuff. Helios hasn't even touched the Magma Worm Cave, Rotview Balcony chains.
Yeah.
It hasn't done Hughes or the Cleaner on Night Duo Cave, right?
Yeah, I mean, they have to start thinking about it, though, because probably in just over 15 minutes here, they need to be running Precipice. Helios is grabbing this Grace. Helios is going to go to Omen Killer.
Really?
He told me that he was thinking about it.
Very interesting. Yeah, I was wondering why he got the Grace. I was really confused by that, but that makes sense. I mean, Omen Killer is technically 2 checks if you kill Albus. I don't know if he'll do Albus. It may not be worth it, but...
I gotta take down the projector thing because we're having stream issues. I'm gonna try to fix it. I think it's good now.
Running like OG DS1.
I guess, sorry about that. I guess it was the projector preview. My apologies, chat. I was trying to stream the game in Discord to the co-commentators so that they could be on time with me in terms of watching the match, but it appeared to cause some FPS issues, so took it down. Sorry about that.
I mean, I could just multi-Twitch, honestly. Yeah. Two seconds per frame is not ideal. True.
All right. I mean, yeah, this other Dectus half could be pivotal if it's somewhere weird.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Helios. I see. Going into the swamp intentionally.
Why?
And
oh my God! There's
giant hands.
A
great bird. This is not good, brother.
He's dead. Why did he go into the swamp?
I don't understand the swamp.
I need to.
I've seen Iron do that before. That just yeeting himself into the swamp before. I'm
gonna rewind and see if I can find anything.
Ideally, it's faster by 5 seconds. Like But that's it.
Yeah,
In
it's
5 seconds by going into the swamp.
Yeah, it's 5 seconds or die.
Yeah.
That's just,
and that's assuming
like
you
totally
get through
not.
clean, which even if the enemies aren't bad, right, you're never getting through clean, right? You're never getting the full 5 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to see, because I have had it before where there's a bad enemy on the other side of the jump, which is just basically guaranteed to knock you in. So players just decide to, it could be better to jump in anyways. There was a grave bird, so maybe he was worried about getting knocked off by the grave bird. So thought that, jumping in of his own volition would be safer. That might have been the call, right? But regardless, Helios has died. And this means that his score is now locked at 48. He will keep playing. And if Iron dies, then Helios' score will be unlocked and we will be back to neutral. But as of right now, Iron obviously does not know this, but Iron just has to simply go deathless and he will be the winner.
Right.
Here.
It looks like... Oh, he's just checking the merchant. Being the sacred tier now. Okay, he's getting... Yeah, Iron's...
I mean, that's... Man... I'm not saying this because I want Helios to win, but it just... Man, this was such a good match in terms of pace. It's a shame, right? Like, It was just so neck and neck, right?
Yeah. Looks like he's going Dragon Barrow now. But the main thing, like, when you do have a death, like, you do not lose your head, right?
I mean, that happened to me, and, like, I would have won because my Rambler died once, right? But I died, lost my head, died immediately a second time, right? And if that didn't happen, right, I would have won, right? So it is very important that you keep composure here because there have been a lot of deaths. Mistakes can happen, right? Still 45 minutes left in this match. It is by no means over. But especially with these players of this quality, right? I feel like it's one of these things where anyone can die once, right? It happens all the time. 2 deaths though from these types of players, very unlikely.
Yeah.
I mean, that was unlucky, but I don't understand why Helios decided to jump down there. That's, in my opinion, just a cardinal sin, right?
Yeah. I don't think I haven't watched like every hour of footage of him playing, but I just would never have expected him to do that. And Dragon Barrow actually was very good here with Beast Clergyman. That's like a huge rune injection. It would have been a good seed for early Dragon Barrow.
Yeah. Like, I will say, obviously, it was very unfortunate, but I don't think Helios can be upset about that death because he has to know the risk that he's taking, right?
Right.
Like, obviously, you can be mad that, like, the enemies were bad and they could have been good, but you know the risk. You know the risk that you're taking when you jump down there, right? And easy miscalculations can happen, right? But of course, it is highly unfortunate.
And ironyeu is probably not gonna do that because he already died in one of the qualifier seeds on going into the swamp as well.
Yeah, I've died on multiple practice seeds there, and every time it's because I go down into the swamp, right? And to be fair, normally I don't yeet myself down there. It's been like a colossal hand or something is on the other side. I get knocked into the swamp, right? But that place is a death trap, plain and simple.
Yeah. I lost out on Dectus on a qualifying seed because something knocked me in there and I had to mog out. There was just too many dangerous enemies there.
Iron already did that, boss.
Did Iron not do Did Iron not jump into the swamp in his first official match? Am I imagining things? I feel like he did.
I don't know if he did or not. I mean, obviously some people make adjustments, right? Like I made a ton of adjustments between game 1 and game 2.
Yeah.
It's possible that was an adjustment, right? But
here's Worm Face. Oh, he gets the Thomas move. He spread his cheeks instantly, dude.
It was rivers of blood.
He spread them.
Game is tied if Iron dies. Like score is, but we'll just have to see, right?
I personally don't remember if he already did that cave.
I mean, if Iron dies, the ending of this game will be cinema, no matter what, right?
Yeah.
But we will just have to wait and see.
I think Helios just got the brick hammer, so he could go per stance with the main killer cleaver.
Helios also didn't wait for the drop in that cave in Liurnia, so it's possible that
the
Deathless medallion was there.
You don't have to wait for the drop in a cave.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes things don't drop. The reason why is that the item pool is crowded and it includes things like physic tiers, right? So I figured it out. What's happening is, say spiked tier was in your keepsake, that drop was supposed to be spiked, but because it's already in your gift, right? Your starting gifts, it just drops nothing. It was supposed to be a physic tier that you received in your keepsake or your starting gifts or whatever.
Right. Now we have Helios here catching up with the North Kaled checks.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out why that happened. I thought it was for a different reason, but I did eventually figure it out. There's also another bug too, where if Melina is supposed to give you a physic tier that you already received in your starting gift, she simply will not appear. Like after you kill Morgoth, there will be no Melina if rolled medallion is supposed to be one of those physic tiers that you received in your keepsake. So there are some weird bugs with that. I also, while I have a second and while Sci-Fi stepped away, I do just want to say thank you guys all so much for supporting DRL. And, we appreciate the hell out of all of you for supporting our players here today and being here watching. A ton of effort goes into this from, players, Forsa, commentators, right? And we're just so happy that you guys are enjoying the show. So thank you guys all so much for being here. Appreciate the hell out of all of you. It would not be nearly the same experience if not for, all the fans across the world. So thank you so much to everybody. Also, where is Iron? Oh my God, Iron, this is where Helios died. Iron's here. I thought Iron already did this. He managed to kill one of the hands. He's poisoned. Yeah, Helios just tried to charge through it. Iron, very intelligent there. I don't know why he dropped down. I guess it is 5 seconds faster according to Typin, but very smart by him to wait back at the enemies. Like Helios's charge through would have worked, but he ran straight into one of the little doots, one of the little envoys. And those guys don't really move, so he just got walled. Very nicely done there by Iron, though. If you're gonna do a risky strat, I do like to see the ability to have a backup plan, right? And Iron clearly did.
So, question. Apparently, I missed it. Did Iron jump into the swamp?
Yes.
He did? Okay.
But he had a backup.
These players are
plan.
crazy, man.
He had a backup. Like, he was prepared for it, though, and Helios was not. He saw what the enemies were and ran backwards, baited them out, and then ran through. Helios just tried to charge through, and ultimately what killed him was that he got stuck on one of the little dudes, right? And those guys don't move.
The envoy.
Yeah. Iron's doing...
What?
I don't know. I've timed this. I don't agree with this.
I've never seen this cave or this hero's grave be done.
He usually does it. Like, especially when the grace are not great.
Yeah, I suppose when the graces are not great, it is worth it. The only thing is, in one hand, he could find Dectus here, but on the other hand, this is a slow check, right? And if you don't have Dectus, then it can just mean that you're missing out. It's not that long, but I have timed it. It is slower. It is slow enough that it is not really worth it unless you're on insane pace. And it's impossible to be on that insane of a pace if you don't have Dectus, right?
I mean, this could be the other Dectus half.
It could be the other Dectus half, though.
See what we've got here. Ancestor
Regal.
Spirit. Regal Ancestor Spirit, that is. Oh. Although this is the highest scaled thing in Limgrave, it is still Limgrave scaling.
I mean, it does hit, though.
Yeah, I mean, that stuff always melts you.
Yeah.
It's the heal skip.
No Dectus.
All right. That actually didn't seem like that long of a check.
It's not that long. It's just slightly not worth it. It's slightly not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless my timings were wrong, but I remember I did time it, and it is a little bit longer than you would like.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, right? If you're trying to, it's not so bad that I think it's throwing, right? It's just a little slow is all.
Yeah, I don't think he was trying to, luckily get the Dectus Medallion. Like Typin said, that's a check he normally does when they have bad graces. But maybe the reasoning is to find Dectus Medallion. I don't know.
Danny, I just found out who my next opponent is. It's ENSG. He just beat Oradara today, so massive congratulations to him. And we will get scheduling very soon and find out when the match is going to be. So I'll let you guys know as soon as I know.
Keep saying Owadara. Owarita.
Sorry.
Fine, dude. He's hoobing out, dude.
I am hoobing.
Oh yeah, doing everything before Makar. Yeah, I mean, ideally you do find the Dectus half, right? But this is about the time, I think Helios probably will even, just finish these checks and
yeah,
commit to Makar after this, right?
I think so too. I can't think of anything that he necessarily has left. Maybe Stormfoot. I don't think he's done. Max, I think we see one check or maybe two if he has them set up after this.
Yeah. 35 minutes left for both players. I mean, 57-58.
Ultimately, though, for Helios, considering that he's died, it's probably a good thing that if it's a precipice seed, because that place is a death trap, right? Ultimately, given that you're behind, right? If I'm in Helios's position right now, I'm hoping for the riskiest and worst, most dangerous things possible, right? And just hoping that I get through it and Iron doesn't, right? Because ultimately, nothing that Helios does matters unless Iron dies. So I want the most difficult things that have the highest probability of Iron dying if I'm in Helios's position, right?
Yeah, I think also just knowing how you died was largely because you decided to jump into a dangerous swamp, right?
Yeah.
like it's likely that your opponent isn't going to make that same decision. So you actually need something else to kind of bail you out here.
Yeah.
It's different if it's like, oh, I died to a boss.
Helios did not do Dragon Barrow Cave.
Yes, I noticed that as well.
And honestly, I don't mind it, bro. That place is a death trap. I not only did I die there in my last official seed, but I feel like I die there all the time in practice as well. I'm considering potentially just skipping it entirely.
Yeah.
Because with my current death rate within that cave, the odds of it being Deathless or something are much lower than the odds of me dying.
Well, this is really unfortunate for Helios.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a good check. It's the most dangerous running section that you will do in terms of scaling, right? It is a bad arena. It is rather small, right? Against most normal bosses, it's fine, but anything big or like a duo, which funny enough, because this is a duo arena, right? It can be a problem. And also in my case, the imp, or in vanilla, the dog, there is an enemy that frequently can drop into the cave with you, right?
I've also noticed, like, routing wise, like there's 3 enemies right there, and everyone that I see goes through this cave just jumps right into the middle of them for some reason. You could run along the ledge and jump past like at least 2 of them. Morgana here in the cave.
My hatred of this cave really is not because it is objectively good, but it is just sometimes rando players, you just get a bad feeling about something because you make mistakes there frequently, right?
Yeah.
That's really where I'm at.
This is a little dangerous here.
Good check.
He's getting an opportunity to switch his weapon and armor, get a weapon he's more comfortable with. I think Morgott would be something you're not going to be doing a jump build on that frequently, and at this high scaling, you just want to have a weapon you're really comfortable with. Iron Balls is obviously a fantastic weapon for this. Iron's probably done this a lot of times, and instantly just doing way better with the fight. So
yeah,
very good build management here.
Helios gets the Watchdog down.
He hits
and
a
will now be
Braggart's
sending
Roar,
Precipice,
which does change your charged attack. I was actually really surprised to see him use the Ash of War there, and I don't know if did he forget that it changes your Ash of War. He tried to do a charge attack there, and it just completely.
I think he did
not
forget.
a mistake.
Yeah, and
he just switched back to get rid of the buff. Did it even get rid of the buff? It's a body buff, no?
No, I don't think so.
So now, unironically, his best move is jump attacks again, but with balls instead. He needs to be really careful here.
Also, at this point, I mean, Helios, unless Iron gets Deathless here, right? Helios is officially ahead on pace, right? It just, you need the death, otherwise it will not matter. Like, Helios could score 1,000, and it would be worth nothing if Iron doesn't die, right?
Nicely done there. No Deathless gets Crimson Spill tier, one of the health physic tiers there. There's no Deathless in Dragon Barrow, so
yeah.
And Helios making this commitment to Makar at this point puts him way ahead on Altus. Like, he'll probably get into Altus at like 130, 130, 132 or so.
Yeah, if Iron doesn't die, I think if Iron dies, especially because Iron's going to lose time with the death, I think Helios is heavily favored, right?
At this point, yes. Like score-wise, pace,
because he's ahead
routing
by
right now is
a couple minutes, right? In terms of pace.
For sure, yeah. Also, Helios's timer is like 30 seconds behind Iron's in any case. Just load screens, maybe the death screen.
Yeah, I know Iron's waiting, but I also I know exactly what's going on in Iron's head right now. He's just saying, I don't want to get Deathless diffed because I know for a fact that Helios is very likely to do these checks, right? And these players are so close that one getting Deathless while the other doesn't could decide the game, right? So I know that he's going very late, but I do understand the logic of in the moment where it's just like, I don't want to get Deathless stiffed, right?
For sure.
Because these guys
one
are
of
just
the things that having randomized deck just weird element it introduces into the game, right?
Yeah.
Like it is a point to strategize around, but I don't know.
I mean, I think ultimately there are pros and cons of like having Deathless and not having Deathless, right? Like not having Deathless makes the routes more variable, right? But also can induce some unhealthy RNG in terms of favoring some people's routes more than others, right? And like overall, I think, especially when it comes to randomizer competitions, right? Like I think this rule set is great, but there are other rule sets that you could do that would also be great, right? Like there's no objective best format when it comes to rando, because at the end of the day, there are just too many settings that all have reason to be on or off, right?
By the way, that Bale fight was beautiful.
Yeah, that was absolutely gorgeous from Iron.
Now he's going Deathless. So, I mean, he finally goes in the car. I'm sorry, Typing, I interrupted you.
Yeah, no, just the double hit and the head at the end. Beautiful.
Right?
Yeah.
The jump claw talisman buffed jump R2 from Iron Ball's double hit on the face of Bale, like moments before he does the phase transition and flies away.
Hey, after seeing that fight, you know, Typing, you might have to start playing base game for the bingo team, and Iron might have to start playing TLC after seeing that Bale.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, the precipice is not bad, which is unfortunately kind of bad for Helios. I think Helios wants a bad precipice, right? Because it is, given what they have left, unless there's like a really horrible boss or something, the most likely place that these players die is Deathless, or is precipice, I would say.
Oh, this is a duo, but one of them is not active yet.
Yeah.
No, Helios would have wanted the precipice that Nartok and Dino got in the show match.
Yeah. Also, I love what Iron's doing here. You know, just switching to the balls, putting on all his armor here for the precipice. Just really smart. Like, really, really smart.
Yeah.
I mean,
He also, somewhere along the way, found the Omen Smirk mask, which gives you a little bit of buff to your strength stat. And good protection as well.
To me, I think the story of this match, if you read in between the lines, has been, I've seen Helios do some stuff that he doesn't normally do. I know that Helios was very, you know, respectful of Iron's pace, right? And looked to push in every way that he could in order to gain time, right? And ultimately it's been working, right? Like while he's technically behind right now, given the map advantage that he has already being in Altus, like I would say Helios is ahead, right? In terms of pace, but at the end of the day, the name of the game is Deathless, right? And Helios, in trying to search for pace, got bit in the ass.
He flew too close to the sun.
Yeah. I didn't know it was possible for the sun god to fly too close to the sun. But there was still time for Iron here as well, especially because, like, I mean, as of right now, this game for both these players, they're both playing fantastic, obviously with that aside. But I would say pace is looking like high 70s, maybe an 80, right?
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Iron starts to push here, knowing that his pace is probably a little lower than he would like.
Right.
That is the one thing too. Like, I know it's very easy to score watch, right? And just say like, oh, 86 on this seed, right? But there are times where a 79 or an 80 is more impressive than an 86, right? It just depends. Like the seed matters so much for your overall pace, right?
By the way, I also just want to note we are talking about like, oh, you know, Iron needs to die for Helios. It's not like we're trying to favor Helios or anything. We're just in the interest of having a close match. Speaking about the only way that
and also like, type in, right feel now, free to banter. Just, you know, you type in, you can say Iron needs to not die every single time we say it. Because, you know, look, I will say, like, I don't get me wrong, we're friends with Iron. Like, you know, I'm very fond of my friendship with Iron and very appreciative of it. But Helios is one of my best friends, and the same can be said for Sci-Fi. So we might be a little biased. That's why we have type in here, right? To even out the bias.
He should be okay. I trust him. I trust him to not die.
Allez, bagarre, FR.
Iron is a good person to put your trust in, so...
Yeah, you know, I think that is a bit of a difference that you're seeing here, because to be honest, I trust Helios to go fast. I don't always trust him to not die. You have the trust in Iron to not die, right?
And you know, another thing is, if Helios dies again, it's probably just GG's, and we need to trust him to not die again. But after having a death, and it changes your mindset, right? Like, he's gonna keep his head in the game here.
I will say, for Helios' own sake, as a friend, if Helios does lose, I hope it's because Iron doesn't die and Helios does ultimately have a higher score, because I think he will at least be able to take solace in knowing that he did outpace Iron. But the mistake, obviously that makes no difference in winning or losing, but you know, the small victories matter, right?
Yeah. To know you went head to head with one of the best and had a high score, right? Like,
because I think he's proven a lot today. Like, he's proven that he has the pace of the best players in the world, right? Like, he's proven that. And anyone who didn't know that coming into today should now know how fast the Sun God is, right? But the mistake obviously cost him.
Giant Hunt, awesome Ash of War. Iron just found it in Sage's Cave.
To be fair, Rambler, yes, he didn't need to prove that, but DRL is a much bigger stage, right? A lot of people are seeing Helios for the first time today. For those of us who are in the community and educated, I mean, Helios is one of the best grassroots competitive players of all time, right? Like, he at the very least needs to be in the conversation, right? But that being said, you know, it's a big stage, right?
This is a nasty duo here. In the Sanguine Noble ruins. The Crucible Knight, very aggressive. Nox Swordstress has an insane range.
But great usage of the Ash there.
Yeah. Now it's just a Crucible Knight. Nicely done.
Very nice job. Very nice job. But definitely what could have been a quite scary fight, but very well handled there by Helios. By the way, for anyone curious, the winner of this match will move on to play Roman Jacques, which will be one hell of a game. That'll be the winner's semifinals. Meanwhile, the loser will play the winner of Serious Challenges versus Mr. Dr. Raven. And that match will take place in 3 days.
need to step away for a second again. Sorry.
You're good. Yeah, Iron has really maxed out on his defense here. I almost wonder if I think he's very clearly just playing to not die, which at the end of the day is the name of the game. Three. Very clean there on the Dragonkin. Yeah, that is the one thing that I do find so interesting about this competition. While it is sometimes infuriating as a player because you just want to go as fast as humanly possible, right, Typin? You know, the punishment for death being so severe, it is very interesting to see, you know, how the players react, right, to that, and how they adjust.
Yeah, because there's a lot of risk to be taken everywhere, physically, like every skip, every decision you make. So like, typically, like, going iron balls with higher armor into Altus is like a really defensive move. ironyeu. Didn't expect that.
Yeah, I'm surprised, honestly, because I think, like, objectively the AR is lower, right? Yeah, obviously it was even worse in the first season. Like, I prefer it like this, especially because, I mean, for a lot of reasons. You know, first off, the double elim is great because, you know, I suffered the same thing that happened to Typin last season, right? Being the #1 seed and then immediately losing. I was fortunate enough to have a second life. I feel bad that Typin did not last season, right? And also, you know, it would be unfortunate for games to end in 20 minutes, right? Or, you know, especially because these players have worked. So not just for us as viewers, but also because think about how hard all the players have worked, right? At the very least, I think they all deserve the opportunity to show off what they can do, right? Even though they make a mistake, everyone's worked so hard that I do think they deserve the opportunity to at least play out the full 2 hours, right?
Yeah. It's a great improvement from season 1, I think.
I would agree 100%.
And we're back.
Iron never killed Margit. I'm surprised that he never killed Margit.
That's actually insane. Did not do it before.
You just forgot.
Yeah, I guess he forgot. That's a 30-second check that could have had Dectus, right?
Yeah. Dude did Fringe Folk Hero Scrape before Margit. I mean, fortunately it didn't cost him though, right? Like it is, especially under the pressure, like very hard to play your absolute best, right? Under the pressure of a real match, right?
Man, I would be devastated if I went to Margit later though and found the Dectus half I was missing.
I would die. Yeah, I would just die. I would die on the inside, and then probably die in game too because I was so tilted, right? Iron is walking.
Iron actually now has a pace advantage too.
Yeah, he did make up I mean, Helios set up some stuff, but yeah, Iron actually is moving well.
Instant port. This boss is so annoying, man.
Estelle, yeah. At least it didn't go straight into grab. That grab is so difficult to dodge for some reason.
Mm-hmm. especially in Rando, it's like weird. Like it's normally like 8 different Estelles that come at you, and it's just not the same. He's in his own arena, right? Like the assets are done properly. The Estelles come at you from all different sides, but in Rando, it's like 8 of them are clumped together.
So that is Rykard. Jinx.
Very squishy boss.
I mean, so far the Altus has been pretty tame. I think if Iron's going to die, it's probably going to be at the Sanguine. Unless we see something else.
It's kind of interesting to me that he's just running Iron Balls here and not double bonking anymore. It's probably just a comfort thing, like his Altus scaling is higher than early regions.
Very nicely done there, though. I mean, Iron's playing fantastic. Like, he's gonna... I thought pace would be lower. I thought these guys would struggle to hit 80. I mean, there's 14 minutes left, but I think Iron will get about 80, 81 here. Maybe even 82.
What are the chances that we see the Jagged Peak entry?
I don't think so this game. They have too much left. It's not worth it. Jagged Peak is only like, I have nothing better to do. I'm going to Hail Mary and pray it's Rick or something. In this position, I don't think it's worth it whatsoever.
Very nice Necromancer Garrus fight there from Helios. Tower's Resentment kills one of the snails, but we have Iron coming up to a very dangerous duo fight here. Nox Swordstress and Crucible Knight. He's armored up though. Iron Balls. Oh,
very nice jump attack on the... The Crucible's being very kind to him.
Yeah.
And gets it down. Very nice.
His damage is actually insane.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I know Iron Balls are good, but I feel like I expected them to get outclassed a little bit more.
Yeah. I was listening to what Iron was saying on his stream, and he's playing Iron Balls not because of it's safer, but just because he thinks it's better than the Colossal Power Stance.
Which is fair. The Colossal Power Stance is... Because if you compare it to great axes or great hammers or great swords, right? Both of those weapons come down at the same time. With the colossal weapons, it's like a 1-2. So if you're consistently missing on that second hit of the jump, then yes, I do think balls are better, right? And just in general, the punishment for missing with the jump build is so much higher, right?
Yeah. There's one thing that I favor moveset wise, which is the crouch attack on dual Colossals is really nice.
Yeah, the crouch attack is amazing.
Yeah, we saw that on Necromancer Garrus, used to great effect by Helios. Also, Cow Tower's Resentment for clearing mobs. Or just like pretty good range damage anyways, especially with Warrior Jar Shard.
I mean, I think Iron is... There's nothing really scary ahead of him unless maybe by Deathbird. But I think he's pretty much chilling here, to be honest.
Yeah. He's played this really well. He's continuing to play it very well. Has a weapon he's very comfortable with. Super armored up. He's doing insane damage anyways. It's not like it's not like he's losing a DPS race against the Colossals, right? Like
no, not at all. Is Power Stance meta dying right in front of our eyes?
It could be. Yeah, even with Claw Talisman, he's still.
Yeah, I almost kind of Power Stance anyway.
Yeah, it is kind of Power Stance. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Come on, Helios, use your Ash of War. Surely.
Dude, oh my god, the bitrate is dying.
Peek in a shack. Well, yeah, I mean the effects that are happening on Helios' screen are. Honestly, go into Smithbox, click on the shack, and then press the delete key. This becomes a million times better. Everything that gets stuck in here is it's just like this, like.
Just needs like 2 more jumps. Oh, he might be dead here. Oh my god.
Barely. I mean, he's very lucky that the terrain or whatever prevented that fire from hitting him a second time. It honestly should have.
Yeah, this has been an egregiously long fight. He just doesn't get off the roof for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't exactly understand why.
He's just so big that kind of just climbs the wall. I do think the Ash of War would hit here. I mean, this might just be worth a skip anyways, after seeing what's in here in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, the problem was his opening was so good, right? Because Fortis just kind of chills at the start. And he did like 50% and then got baited in. And he's also been missing a ton. Like, just a heinous amount. I think if he was perfectly accurate, this would be more worth it, but he's missed over half of his attacks since Fortis got on.
He's in a dangerous place, right? He's in a dangerous place. He's just gonna get the grace. Yeah.
I mean, that's a massive
time he would have died probably. And look at the health bar.
Yeah. Yeah, that was rough. That was very rough.
I mean, I've had Senesax there, and I just jumped on top of the roof with them and fought there. Which is weird for its own reasons, but...
Yeah, Iron's been a monster today. I mean, for Helios, it's really been 2 mistakes, but... like that Fortis and obviously the death, right? But in a game this close, like that's just simply the difference, right?
We get to see Iron Balls versus an NPC. Hopefully I'll learn something about this because I'm so bad at fighting NPCs with fist weapons. But Dancer is doing nothing damage-wise.
Yeah, Dancer doesn't do shit because any of these enemies that rely on multiple hits, they just their damage gets soaked up by your flat damage negation. Dancer's really
right.
Same thing happens with Red Bear, right? When you get them at high scaling or like especially in the DLC, they are menaces to society. But at the current scaling, it's not too bad. Now Iron is going for this as well.
And Fortis is on the roof.
Oh, he's actually, though, standing out in front and baiting the head. That was very nice.
Wonder if that's consistent or not. Yeah, Fortis was like walking forward the whole time. Maybe seeing something similar here of Nope. Yeah, standing in front actually does look like a consistent way of attacking the head.
He just wasn't feeling the colossals. He just was not doing well with them and felt like the balls were serving him better. Just a comfort thing more than anything. And I mean, to be fair, he's making them look really good.
He gets down forward attacks. Nice.
Yeah, that was very nice by Iron. Yeah,
Typin said Iron. Typin said he thinks they're just better.
Yeah.
Outright.
Yeah.
Which honestly they might be. I still think Colossal Axes and Colossal, or not Colossal, but Great Axes and Great Hammers jump, I think are better. But Iron Balls might be better than, especially depending on the Colossal that you have, right?
Yeah, I will say not just the Iron Balls, but the armor setup that he has, like the dancer fight, like the damage difference was like, he was taking like half as much damage as Helios and was able to just constantly stay up and spamming R1s. I might rethink the armor situation.
Yeah, being able to wear heavier armor, it has been somewhat eye-opening, I think. Dude, he's using sleep grease here for the Brune Bear.
Wait, this is probably genius.
They are weak to sleep. Granted, well, he gets the sleep.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wait, that's so
it didn't
genius.
really matter. If anything, it was probably a time loss just equipping the grease, but
maybe. It seems like the stagger turned into sleep, which just kept the bear down
maybe
longer. Is Volgoat armor heavier than Verdigris armor?
I thought Verdigris was heavier.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Also, Jenny Bear, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. No, Volgoat is heavier than Verdigris. Just barely.
Interesting.
By 0.6 Miyazaki's.
0.6 feet.
Yeah. Well, I say pounds and then I say kilos, and so I just say Miyazaki's now. It's easier. Whatever the unit is in the lanes between. Who's to say they use pounds or kilos, right? They might have their own unit of weight.
Very nice Estelle fight from Iron.
Yeah, that was beautiful
fight.
I mean, Iron's played fantastic. Like, Iron's played absolutely incredible. And to be fair, like, I really do think Helios was ahead going into Altus, and Iron has outplayed him, outpaced him, right?
Yeah.
It has been, and well, it's not going to be as high of a score, right? Because the last seed that he did against Jeff was cracked, but it's just been a incredible performance from Iron here, and very deserving to advance to the winners bracket semifinals, where he will play Roman. So that means that for Iron, if he is going to win this thing from the most efficient place possible, he will advance to the winners semis, where he will play Roman, right? And then he would, if he wins that, he would advance to winners finals, where he would play either Forsa, Kajuro, or Plural. And then if he wins that, he would advance to the grand finals, where he would have to win one of 2 games against whoever wins the losers bracket. And there's way too many people to predict.
Yeah. There's a high likelihood that Iron gets 82 on this 3 Sentinel duo and FSB.
In chat, we got a hype train going on. Thank you guys so much. And also, I think Helios is going to send Sage's Cave Skip.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
No. I guess, yeah, and then.
I mean, I think he has enough. I can't remember what these bosses are. I don't remember anything too long, so I believe he will have time to get through these next two. So I think it will be an 80 from Helios. Unfortunately, though,
the first boss was gone in a blink. The second one, I think, is a Knight's Cav.
Yeah, that does not matter. Iron at this point will win. Even if Iron dies here, he will get to 80 first. So, and Helios is not getting to 81. It's just he's not. So, hell of a job from Iron, man. Hell of a job. Absolutely deserved the win, and should be very proud of his performances. He still might sneak out an 82 here, which is a
chance. It's Gary.
Yeah, his last 30 minutes in particular have been incredibly impressive. I did not think that. I said maybe 80, right, when he was going up precipice. He has been absolutely flying these last 30 minutes.
Look, he could just like
tank
much everything, dude.
And that will be the 82, and I think that will be it for Iron. Hell of a job by him.
Anything else.
Hell of a job. Jenny Bear, thank you so much for the 100 bits. GG. Helios gets his 80, but that will be GG's, man.
GG's,
massive
man.
Congratulations to both the players. Both of them played fantastically and represented themselves well. But at the end of the day, it will be Iron who advances to the winners semifinals. And we look forward to seeing his next game, because that was a absolute monster of a performance, really, by both players. And a pleasure to watch. A pleasure to watch for sure.
We did see Jagged Peak. It was Godskin duo, by the way. Both of these players run out the clock knowing there's not enough time for another boss, just ending in round table. A big congrats to both players. 82 on a precipice seed, really good score. 80 for Helios with the death being a little time lost too. Incredible gameplay from both players.
Yeah, incredible game. I just sent them both I sent them both a message. They don't have to, but just to invite them to see if they want to do a post-match interview. Helios, I think, is kind of upset, so he might not want to, which is fair. I mean, these things are, players put so much into it, right? And they're not expected to do a post-match interview. Helios does not want to, which is totally fine. He died in Stillwater Cave. And I think Iron is going to join the French for the interview, because that is his native tongue. Typin, thank you for joining us. If you want to join the French team to celebrate with your boy, please be our guest. But I do want to say thank you so much to both Typin and Sci-Fi for joining me today. Let me go ahead and give both of them a shout out.
Thanks for the invite.
Been a blast.
It has been a blast. Yeah, I'm gonna keep streaming. There we go. There's Typin, and I will get Sci-Fi a shout out as well. Also, of course, I do want to say again, thank you so much to all the fans of DRL, right? It would not be the same experience without each and every one of you. So thank you guys so much for all being here. It means the world to myself, everyone involved with this league, the players, co-commentators, everything, to have such a big community supporting the competitive scene. So we appreciate the hell out of all of you. And just thank you so much for being here. It really does mean the world. Sci-Fi, and I will keep streaming. I'm gonna go to a short break, and then I'll be doing my own DRL practice. My match is officially going to be now on Monday, at, I believe, 4 p.m. American Eastern time. Let me double check. Yeah, 4 p.m. American Eastern time. So that's 3 hours before this time, but on Monday. But Sci-Fi and Type in any closing comments from you?
Let's go.
Totally valid.
Totally valid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your boy that won, dude. You should be very happy, man. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I
dude.
am happy.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Sorry,
Thanks
sorry,
everyone
guys,
for
but,
watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the commentary. And tomorrow you get to see me in the hot seat, putting myself, on the line for your entertainment. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time, I'll be facing off against Teddy59C. Hope to see you there. I'll try to do my best.
Yep, and I will be casting that one as well. So if you like my commentary, you can join us again 10 p.m. American Pacific time, 1 p.m. American Eastern time. I will be commentating Teddy versus Sci-Fi, the English broadcast. So shout out Sci-Fi, give him a follow. Best of luck to you in your game tomorrow, brother. I am going to do some practice to prepare for my game. And also there is another game going on Gino's channel right now. It is NPT versus Neora.
That's a big match too.
So yeah, I will go ahead. I'm going to go ahead again and take a short break, and I will be right back. So thank you guys all for joining. Love you all. Thank you. Appreciate the hell out of you. Even the shit talkers. So I'll see you guys later.